Recording?
I'll tell you what, this is going to be rambly as hell.
Yeah, I know. Watch me watch me fall off a log.
Did you hit record?
I don't know. I think I did.
Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Tom.
And this is the Park Bench, or log, I suppose.
Back on our log.
And in fact, actually, last time we were on this log, we were talking about the past.
We were.
And coincidentally...
We're on the nostalgia log, Matt!
The nostalgia log. And today...
Nostalgia log, stardate 1987.
Excuse me. It's actually more of a stardate 2000.
Right, okay. And if that wasn't the name of a dodgy club in Wigan in the 90s, I'll be very surprised.
Wow. Wigan.
Yeah.
And the 90s. I came to a realisation when I was bored and trying to use the internet the other day.
Right.
You know that thing...
You said trying to use the internet. Were you succeeding, or were you just kind of sitting there hitting a mouse on the table like this repeatedly?
That one.
Right.
Because have you the audience, have you ever been bored and looking at your computer? You don't want to do anything else.
I don't like where this is going, Matt.
I'm basically saying, you know that thing where you're just staring at your computer, refreshing things and nothing's happening, there's nothing happening?
Yes.
I
call it running out of internet.
Yeah. I had absolutely run out of internet, and I couldn't be asked to do any of the less internety things like reading a book or any of the other objects I own and using them. Then I remembered in the past there was a way of finding things to do. And that was MSN Messenger. I realised that I miss MSN Messenger.
Okay. Matt did not give me any clues to what this was about, so I wonder where that was going. It was one of about 4 possibles, and that wasn't one of them.
Today on the Nostalgia Log, I miss MSN Messenger. And the reason for this is that it was effectively a universal status indicator.
Yes.
Basically, everyone I knew that also had internet, because it was a while ago, had MSN Messenger.
Yep, because we were British.
Yes.
And that's the network that won here.
That was the only instant messenger anyone used in the UK, really. There was a bit of Yahoo, a bit of AOL, but no one...
Yeah, I used AOL to talk to my American friends, but I used MSN to talk to all my British friends.
Well, I didn't know anyone that used anything else. And the thing people did was when you log on to the computer, because this is before smartphones, before you had your internet in your pocket, you get to the internet when... You open MSN Messenger is one of the first things you do, and then it has a status indicator to say that you're online.
Yes.
And if you are online, then there is a high chance you are bored.
Yes.
If you're not bored, you will say, you'll just, send someone a message saying hi. If they reply, they are bored.
Yes! That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
That is... We should have got Jay Foreman here, who could have done his old song that isn't relevant anymore.
Well, maybe he's trying to hide it. Who knows?
That's true.
If the video still exists, we'll link to it, but it might not. I have a feeling it might not. We don't have that now.
No, we don't. And there's a couple of reasons for that, I reckon. First is that Facebook won the instant messenger wars.
Yes, but the problem with that is that it doesn't have a status indicator.
I mean,
it says it has a status indicator, but it isn't. It means this person has a thing installed on their device.
Yeah, or this person has checked Facebook in the last couple of minutes but might be busy with other stuff.
But their messenger's completely separate to their Facebook. If you go on Facebook and don't use their messenger, it says you're online on the messenger.
Yes, it does, because you're on the website and that's close enough for them, because interaction. So yeah, there isn't an equivalent to that MSN thing. Instant Messenger Wars, for anyone too young to remember, was that there was AOL and MSN and ICQ and Yahoo and probably a couple of others I've forgotten. And they were all not technically interoperable, so you had all your friend networks. Yeah. But if you're nerdy enough like me, you had one program, I used Trillion, which just connected to all of them for you. So it was all in one nice little thing. And that was a great idea until, security became a thing. And it turns out that sending passwords in plain text isn't a great idea. We have the equivalent. How many IM apps do I have on my phone? This is my new smartphone. I have Facebook, Twitter, Slack, because I'm a grown-up. Instagram. Instagram isn't messaging, really, is it?
Not really, but Snapchat certainly is.
Snapchat's on here, WhatsApp's on here. I've even got Google Hangouts on here because occasionally I need to talk to people who use Google. I know. there's
and then there's SMS and all the other things.
Yeah, there's at least 10 on there.
And with absolutely everything there is now, you have no idea if you're about to intrude.
Yes, that's true.
The whole point of MSN was you could message someone and you knew that they were sat there and they weren't doing much else.
Yes.
If they were busy, they wouldn't have opened MSN.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, if I was to send a friend a message,
Yep.
it would vibrate in their pockets and they would stop what they were doing and look at their phone.
You know,
That is absolutely intruding.
You know what the equivalent of that is nowadays? Group chat. It's a big group chat that you've got notifications turned off for.
If you ever include me in a group chat, you will see a notification shortly after either saying I have left the group or that I have muted the group. I hate notifications.
Yes, same.
I don't care about half of the messages in a group chat unless it's organising a thing or it's on the thing during the event of a thing.
I've just had a flash of, I see why this isn't happening anymore. Because it's phone first, not desktop first. Desktop first, you have 3 things running in the background that can quietly pop up a little thing. Phone first, if you get a notification, you have to completely switch the app over and start an entirely new thing. You can't just alt-tab something in the background quickly.
Apps could have an I'm bored setting,
They
talk
could.
to me setting.
Now, I'm going to give away an idea to the internet here that I could never be bothered to develop. The pub flare. Flare as in F-L-A-R-E.
What's that mean?
It means...
As in, like, trousers?
No. As in...
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I forgot they were a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they left flares back in the 70s. You know, they just don't know what to signal for distress calls with anymore. That's... I would like a button that sends out to a trusted group. Hello, I am bored. I would like to go to the pub right now, but it's okay if none of you do. I'm not actually putting any pressure on you. I'm just saying if anyone else is currently bored right now, pub.
Yeah.
But the trouble is that socially that's a really difficult thing to do. Because, I don't know about you, I have a friend circle that I would love to do that with. Mm-hmm. And then there are certain people, a couple of friendship groups away, who are like, oh no, I can't, that's too much effort. Like, I don't dislike you, I just don't want to be in the pub with you right now, I'm not ready for that.
It's the, I'm in a, not fragile state, but I'm not in full mode, I just want some friends near me.
Yeah, I just want to sit down.
And like full top tier friends.
Yeah, I mean, back in university that was easy. Even without phones, that was easy because you would just walk around campus for 10 minutes and you would find someone. And now we are adults and now we are in the real world.
And we are in London.
Yes.
If we were in York, I think there would be 1 or 2 pubs back when I lived there that if I went to that pub within an hour or so, someone I knew would have been there or would have known the bus.
Yes.
We're in a big place. We all live at least 40 minutes away from each other.
That's true. So yeah, I would like a button that. But the trouble, and the reason I've never built anything like this or tried to is, first of all, chicken and egg problem. Starting a new social network is difficult, as we know. And secondly, that the social cues are really difficult to do. Yeah. How do you pick which people? How do you manage that? How do you make it so that a second person hitting that button doesn't scroll?
And how do you make it so those people see it, but you're not bugging those people?
Right.
That's the thing. You don't want a notification, but you can't just put a thing on Facebook anymore because no one sees that, because no one's reacted to it, so it doesn't show it to anyone. And I'm not going to put it on Twitter because I'm not inviting all of you.
Probably used the wrong fingers there, actually, thinking about it. There is a wonderful, I guess, couple of short stories and a novel by an author called Greg Egan, science fiction author.
You've mentioned them before.
I've mentioned them before. Who comes up with the idea of an exocortex, which is basically a phone plugged into your head with some artificial intelligence stuff in there. And the concept of a moderator that automatically handles all the social awkward stuff so your actual brain doesn't have to do it.
Sounds very similar to a Black Mirror episode I've seen recently.
I don't think Black Mirror has done it.
No, it's a couple of steps away from the one I saw.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any more than that because spoilers. But
It's essentially the idea that you go, I could go to the pub right now, at which point the moderator goes, right, and just does all that socially awkward stuff. And your friends don't get pinged, but your friends' moderators get pinged with the idea of, if I were to send this message, how would they respond?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, without a direct brain link for everyone, that's not possible. All I'm saying is if you could invent that, that would be good. Thank you. Provided you are not Charlie Brooker or associated with him. Where are we going? We were on instant messengers.
Yes.
Yes. And I was saying the reason you don't have that status thing anymore is that they're not interoperable. There are so many networks and you can't pull everything together. There is not one app that will open everything. And I know why, I know it's good for security, but I still miss being able to go, boom, I'm on 5 networks now.
And you can't have a separate app which is a status indicator app. Well, you could, that aggregates and links out to everything else through the other apps, I suppose.
No, because
no one would use it.
No, and all the APIs are closed off.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Yeah. What we're saying is the world is worse now.
It's certainly different, and we're not used to change. I want to do things the way I did things as I was a teenager, and I can't anymore, and that's why we are adults talking about it in a complaining way.
Matt, we're the 2 old men from the Muppet Show.
You sat there on my Waldorf then?
Whichever's which. Oh, right.
Oh, go away, dog,
That's
please.
a dog. That's a dog.
Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Tom.
And wow, we didn't even need to spend 5 minutes trying to start that intro. We went into that straight away, and I've ruined it.
You've ruined it.
But we should carry on.